Python peeps, welcome to Pi Everyday YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to continue from the while loop. So moving on, we would like to do with more examples using the while loop. In this example, we are going to display numbers from 1 to 10 using the while loop. So by doing that, we will need to assign a number to a variable or assign a value to a variable in order to help us to display the numbers. Okay, so the number we are going to assign to the variable is 1 because we say we are going to start the numbers from 1 and then to 10. So our variable name will be starting. Okay, and then 1 is going to be assigned to it. Okay, so then we have our while keyword and then the expression while starting is less than or equal to 10. Okay, now after the expression, then we print starting. We're going to print the same starting. Okay, so after printing starting, then we will increment starting by 1. So you go back to the concept I introduced you to, that is the incrementation. So you say starting is equal to starting plus 1. Okay, so the meaning of this code is that first it will check if starting is less than or equal to 10. Okay, so here it will check if the starting is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is less than or equal to 10. So if it is less than or equal to 10, then print the same starting. So here 1 will be printed. After 1 being printed, it will move on to incrementing 1 to 2. Okay, so the meaning of this code is that it's going to increment starting to 2. Okay, so that is 1 plus 1. We'll move on to 2, and then we'll go back again and then check if the starting is still less than or equal to 10. Then it will check. So if it is less than or equal to 10, then it will print another starting. So here starting becomes 2, so it will print 2 and then go back to check again, print again, and then increment it, print again, increment it, and then till we have a number which is less than or equal to 10. Okay, so now let's run this program and then see what we will have. Okay, so now you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay, so we've been able to display a number from 1 to 10 using the while loop. We can also display a number from 10 to 1, which is we are going to display the number from the highest to the lowest, that is the descending order. So in a descending order, the only way that you have to do it is to just to declare starting from 10 to 10. Okay, and then now we will check if 10 is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so now we will check if 10 is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so now if starting is greater than or equal to 10, equal to 1, so we will only check if starting is greater than or equal to 1. Then after that, we will not increment it because we are moving from the highest to the lowest, not from the lowest to the highest. So we would have to decrement it. So we are going to decrement starting or 10 by 1, and then let's run it and see the results we are going to have. So now you can see from here that it starts from 10 instead of 1 because here we did the descending order. Okay, so now 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1 and 1 and 2. So that is how you can use your while loop. Okay, so another way by which you can also use the while loop is that we can use the while loop to accept data from the user or to accept an input from the user the number of times you want. Okay, so here I'm going to write this code here. So I'll say Okay, so we will say number, and then number will be okay. So here I'll say while number is not equal to 2, I'll say number is equal to input. Okay, so okay, input, enter a number, enter a number. Okay, enter a number, and then so let me convert this into an integer because we are going to use an integer. Okay, so into an integer. Okay, so while number is not equal to 2, so with this one we don't need to increment anything. Okay, so we would allow the user to enter any number until he or she types 2. Okay, so when he or she types 2, then we say else print user entered 2. Okay, now let's build this and see whatever will happen. Okay, so enter a number. Now I'll say 4, enter a number. I'll say 3, I'll say 8. Okay, so let me enter 2. So user entered 2. Okay, user entered 2. Have you seen what we've got now? Okay, so we can use the while loop to perform many functions that we want. So far as we want to repeat whatever codes that we want to repeat. Okay, so we can use the while loop to repeat codes the number of times we want. Okay, so that is that for while loop. So in the next video I'm going to take you through the for loop.